What's good, y'all? It's your boy Cozy Boy Don, man. We back in the building with another episode of the Cozy Corner. My boy Kenny Mack in the building. My boy feeling good right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a big thank you to everybody who's been watching the other videos, liking, subscribing. I'm in the comment sections too, so if you got something to say it. I'm responding. You know?
That boy working.
We working, man. We working. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We're here every week. Every week we try to get here. We miss 1 week because of technical stuff, but we here every week. If you like football alongside basketball, we talk about a little bit of football. You feel me? And we just chilling, man. Just being cozy in the corner. You feel me? You know, in our little corner of YouTube, we cozy over here. So, we're gonna start with college football, man. It's been interesting. On and off the field too. This has been like crazy. So we gonna start with the actual on the field stuff. It was rivalry week, because if I say it fast, it's gonna be like all messed up. We gonna start with the game. Michigan, Ohio State, late November.
15th time.
Yeah. That's why it's called the game. Like, they play it like, you know, late November, top 5 matchup. Snow. The snow was a cherry on the top. It just put everything into perspective. It's just like, boop, and drop that hole in there. Start snowing. It's like, this is magic.
The element.
There's nothing like a football game with snow. Like, there's no other feeling, like, at all. That's like the best feeling in the world.
It's good snow too.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing too crazy. It wasn't a blizzard, but it was like constant. And I don't think it really affected the field that much. It may have. I don't, you know.
They was playing so hard, I don't even think they knew it was snow.
Yeah. So, this didn't end the way that... Did you expect it to end this way? Because I didn't. I damn sure didn't. Not from just history sake. Yeah.
Definitely did. Not surprised, but...
Michigan won this game, bro. I'm surprised that they won the game. I didn't think they were going to win this, though. At all. I didn't think they were going to win the game. Just because from what we seen last week, it's just like they bent Michigan State over their knee and spanked them. And I was expecting the same thing, like, get over here, little nigga. You know? But it didn't happen. Michigan pulled out the dub. Aiden Hutchinson, Adabo, I'm not remembering his first name, the other defensive end, they made life hell for them. Their defense stood up. It really stood up and did their thing.
Time after time.
And, man, shout out to Jim Harbaugh, man. Jim Harbaugh, he finally got over the hump. I think he was the only coach. It was either in Michigan or Big Ten history that... No, I'm pretty sure it's Michigan that has gone 0-5 against Ohio State. Like, in his first 5 years.
It's rough.
But he got through, man.
He was going to do it or die trying, didn't he?
For sure. He did say that.
We should have knew they was coming different when they said that.
Jim Harbaugh is a different dude, though. You know what I'm saying? He's, like I said before, he wear khakis. That's like $15. He wear cleats on the side. He don't play, bro. You know what I'm saying? He in it with y'all. And he helped y'all get the dub. And it seems like every time Michigan plays a big time game, they offense step up. I don't be expecting them to be making explosive plays, but...
Hey, but we seen that this could happen when Ohio State played Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
They could get burnt. They could get beat for plays.
And giving up big chunks.
Yeah. Took that exact blueprint.
Used it. Played it to perfection.
Yeah. So,
yeah, man. Now they go to the Big Ten championship. They're gonna play Iowa, and I'm scared because I have a feeling that they're gonna lose. But we gonna, you know.
Just because it's Michigan, but they coming different this year, bro.
Michigan is they are, but I don't want to forget just because Iowa lost like 2 or 3 games that what they did at the beginning of the season was crazy. You know, with their defense.
But their offense is bad.
It is.
These passing offense, are they gonna be able to run for 100 plus on Michigan?
I don't know. It's gonna be. I'm predicting it's gonna be an ugly game. I want Michigan to win because I don't like it. The way I had it set up, right? is we're gonna talk about the next game because this falls right in line. So after Ohio State loses, I'm like, okay, this is chaos. I just want complete chaos at this point. Then fuck it, Alabama, you lose too. Shit.
Yeah, real shit.
And it looked like they was gonna lose for 3 3/4 of a quarter. They were gonna lose. Auburn came to play.
Jameson Williams went out
in the first quarter.
I knew it was gonna be a rough.
Hey.
So you got an Iron Bowl here, huh?
Yeah. No Bo Nix. If Bo Nix was playing, I don't know what would have happened. You know.
Hey, JT Finley was cool.
TJ Finley.
Is he a freshman? TJ, is he a freshman?
He's a sophomore. He was at LSU last year.
Oh, he wasn't
transferred. Yeah.
Did he even get some time last year? Though?
Yeah, he got a little bit of time, and then Max Johnson took his job.
Yeah.
But
he was in the game.
Yeah, Tank Bigsby was toting the pill. I'm forgetting, bruh, name, the cornerback, McCreary, that was guarding John Mechie the whole game. Respect to him too. He was playing. He had Jameson Williams before he got kicked out of the game for a while. He was playing really, really good lockups, man.
Good tape.
For sure. And now, they were down 10-3 for most of the game. They came back, got a clutch touchdown. Went to 4 overtimes. I wanted the game to end at a certain point because I wanted to take my ass home.
Yeah,
I was sitting in that car. I'm like, can this game please end, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to drive home. But shout out to Alabama. Y'all survived. And y'all got the big dogs Saturday. They got the big dogs in Atlanta.
I was about to say end.
Come on now. They better come ready, because if they coming like how they came, they might not make the playoffs if they get beat bad.
If they lose, are they in?
It depends on how they lose. Like, you remember when they played Florida last year, Alabama? Like, if they lose like that, where it's going back and forth, things like that, and they win by 10 points, yeah. But if they get spanked, hell no.
Yeah, they get spanked, hell no.
You know? But some people are saying even if they just lose in general, they should be out because they have 2 losses. But
really?
But that would depend on who else wins, you know?
Yeah. It's about to get real.
It is. It's that time of the year. It's the end of the season. You better put up a shut up, you know what I'm saying?
It came up on us real quick, didn't it?
Bro, it don't even feel like it should be the end of the season already, but it is. It don't make no sense at all. And then after that, after this game, this cracked off everything in off-field news in every sense of the word. Bedlam, the Oklahoma. To be honest with you, I didn't watch too much of this game. I don't remember what I was doing. I would just remember getting off work and being like doing a whole bunch of other stuff. I think I was working on the Timberwolves video, and I had the game on the TV to my left. I was like, I just look back and forth every now and then. But Oklahoma State pulled out the dub, 37-33, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Defense made plays.
What it did.
Every time they needed.
Go ahead.
So Oklahoma State defense made plays every time they needed.
Mm-hmm.
But Caleb Williams, he left it all out there.
That's all you can ask for.
He left it all. I don't know, all this transfer, all this other stuff talking about.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I know, he was playing out there.
Yeah, he played his heart out. He gave his all.
He was out there.
You know what I'm saying?
Respect it.
So that means Oklahoma State's going to the Big 12 championship with a rematch against Baylor. Baylor put out their dub. Hey, man.
Who won that first game?
I believe Oklahoma State won the first time.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that's one of Baylor's only losses.
Where did they play at? Cowboy Stadium?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
It's gonna be a good one.
And like I said, this game, after the game was over Sunday, that just cracked everything off the field. First, got the boy Lincoln Riley hired at USC as new head coach. Out the blue. You know? Just out of nowhere.
Is he still coaching?
No. He's in LA right now. I was
he's not.
Nope.
Well, they're not playing this week, I guess.
Nah, but Bob Stoops is there right now.
OG Bob Stoops?
Mm-hmm.
You lying?
I'm dead serious. He was he worked for Fox, but he was in like press conferences. Said he gonna be the interim until they find like the permanent coach, which may be soon though. I've been seeing a lot of stuff saying Brent Venables is probably gonna be the coach, defensive coordinator from Clemson. What else? Who else? That's the only thing I really seen. But
shout out to OG Bob Stoops, man.
Yeah,
came through for the clutch.
But the people in Oklahoma are pissed because it's just like the shit came out of the blue. They asked him about. In fairness, they asked him about LSU. He said, "I will not be the coach at LSU." And 2 days later, he's the coach at USC. So he didn't lie. You know what I'm saying? Or some Aaron Rodgers shit. He didn't lie. You know.
They asked the wrong school.
They asked the wrong question. Motherfucker, you better ask the right one the next time. What was I going to say?
That journalist dropped a gem, huh?
Yeah. What else was I going to say? It was like out of the blue too, bro. Like just some people said that he had first contact in September. Some people say it happened over a night, and they offered him this crazy contract with like 2 houses, 24/7 jet service, 100 million. Like they playing with money like that.
Oh yeah, you know USC playing right. They
just
want
in
their
general,
program back that bad. Just
in general, but that's crazy. And I understand it from the USC side because California produces quarterbacks. And when was the last time? And they produce football players that are really great football players in general. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them. Go ahead.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
And a lot of them are going different places, not going to USC. Like Bryce Young is from California. He's at Alabama. Justin Flo is from California. He's at Oregon. There's receivers, running backs everywhere. It's just like they're trying to keep them people at home. Yeah. A lot of the.
Say that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? They're both from CJ and
Alabama.
Alabama.
DJ Uyunglele from California too. So it's just like, you feel me?
DTR was hogging up the space at UCLA.
Yeah. I ain't got
last 4 years.
UCLA, they ain't pulled no quarterback like that anyway. So it was like, to take his spot. And I don't think UCLA is pulling like a USC would or somebody like that would, just being honest.
True.
So I see it from the USC side, but from the Oklahoma side, he did everybody dirty over there. I don't like the way he did that. Like, and I don't like how any of this shit goes in general. Even if you agree to a contract, wait till the season over. You got another game to play. And then all your players find out on the internet and all this other weird shit, and it's like.
The media,
and you're recruiting, you still recruiting and doing everything you're doing like you're gonna be there, and then you're not. Like that's the lamest shit to me.
But what is he supposed to do? Not do that?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it like that because, to keep it 100 with you, there may have not been any other way for him to do it because I'm thinking right now, right? Say for instance, when you leave a job, you give them a notice, right? Some niggas do. Some niggas just quit and just don't ever come back. But in like a normal situation, if you're leaving a job, you're gonna let them know. So if you like feeling like you about to change or some shit like that, go talk to the AD. Be like, come here, bro. Come on, let's sit down and talk. So I'm getting interest from blank. You don't have to say interest. I'm getting interest for another job, and I'm leaning towards taking it. So if you need to line some shit up, if you need to line some stuff up for it to be a thing where you find a replacement and we do this at the end of the season, do it neat, nice, in a concise way so it's not madness and chaos and things like that. Do that, boom. And in the meantime, while you're doing that, right, you tell your players, and then you start calling recruits, how your coaches call the recruits. You tell them, I'm not going to be here. If you want to open your recruitment back up, do this, do that, bam, bam, boom. But it's like, that chain of command could get fucked up easily. If you talk to the AD and tell him, he might leak it. And then it's just fucked. So it's like, there may not been no other way to do it than to how he did it. So, yeah.
What it is. I mean, this probably would never happen.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that he wasn't trying to go to the SEC anyway. So,
well, I don't know. Some people saying that. Some people saying this is just a better job. Which it may have been.
Of course. Contract is a contract. Oklahoma don't got a private jet at Oklahoma.
He probably do, but he probably don't got 2 houses,
Right.
all the other
It's
shit.
not California.
No, it's not. It's not desirable like California would be. So.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be mad at him. That's probably they said that was the greatest contract ever for a college coach.
And I think the defensive coordinator is going. Some of the people from the coaching staff is going with him, like the defensive coordinator, some other coaches and shit like that.
Look?
I don't know. I kind
of believe it. I can see him in that jersey. I can see him
in that jersey. I don't know.
And I don't know. He believed in him. He put what's his name on the bench.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler's in the transfer portal.
He rocking with Lincoln.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's a guru anyway.
He is. That's what I'm saying. That's why they hired him. They want quarterbacks. They want all them players. Because if you get the quarterback, then the receiver's going to want to come, running back's going to want to come, and then you're going to be like,
take them to the playoffs,
bro, and them going there, I'm finna stay at the crib too, you know?
Yeah. You taking them to the office.
Mm-hmm. So, moving on from that, LSU's had a coaching opening for how long? About a month or so, a month and a half. And last night / this morning, Brian Kelly, coach at Notre Dame, agreed to be the head coach at LSU. That's so I can't even imagine him wearing those colors on the sideline.
Oh, I mean, he's gonna do a hell of a job. I'm not questioning the job, but I just don't like the fit.
What I'm thinking is, right, somebody said this on Twitter. I'm not remembering who it was. So, bro, them trenches finna be crazy for LSU. Because if you think about it, you remember all them old linemen he put in the league at Notre Dame. You get them boys to come down south, yeah. Plus the athletes you already got down there, yeah.
Defense is gonna be just like Notre Dame. They're gonna have that defense. So Notre Dame not playing in the championship, huh?
Nah, they're independent. That last year shit with the ACC, that was just for that year.
Did the rankings come out, or is that today?
It's tonight, in a few hours. But
do you think they're in contention for playoffs?
Hell yeah! If Alabama lose, like if they get blown out, like we said, they could slide in there. Because you got to think about Ohio State's out, so they were at 2, they're out.
They got 3 losses or 2?
2, but they're not gonna get a chance.
Got 1?
Yeah, they only lost to Cincinnati. So if you think about it, everybody just moves up one. So, who was number 3 last week? Alabama will probably move up to 2, or Cincinnati might move up to 2. Alabama will be 3, and then Michigan will slide in at 4, or 3, or 2, or whatever they're at.
I think they're gonna put Michigan at 3.
And then you'll have Cincinnati or Alabama at 4, and Notre Dame probably be 5.
So if the winner of Oklahoma State Baylor,
they'll be probably at 6 or 5.
Are you putting the winner of that game or Notre Dame? That's gonna be
That's gonna be
if Alabama loses. Or Michigan can still lose too.
That's what I'm saying. So, but that's the only way I can see. That's the only way I can see it happening because. Well, yeah, in my opinion, that's if one of them lose, like if Alabama lose, it depends on how they lose. Because if that's the case, then Notre Dame will slide up. But if both of them lose, if Alabama and Michigan lose, then yeah, you have Notre Dame go up and the winner of the Big 12. That's how I would do it.
Who does Cincinnati play? Houston?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. We'll see what that's about.
Mm-hmm. They better not slip up. God damn it.
Better not.
And I was doing some things on YouTube. I was just listening to like shit earlier when I was writing out the list for the show. Luke Fickell might be sliding in to Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, that's 100%.
They said it.
No. His defense coordinator already up there.
Yeah.
So he got this.
That might be a done deal. Once some seniors leave, he might just move on up.
He's gone.
Yeah. And it's crazy because you know what's wild? Brian Kelly was at Cincinnati before he went to Notre Dame too. So it's just
he's still in their guys.
You know. Yeah.
That's the pipeline, huh?
Mm-hmm. All right. So this was a little bit out of order, but from week 13, week 13, we got our players of the week in our league. Him, you know. Mm-hmm. Player of the week for me is Hassan Haskins, running back, Michigan. 28 carries, 169 yards, and 5 TDs. You know, just toting that pill.
For me, I had the boy Raheem Blackshear for Virginia Tech.
Okay.
Good win for Virginia Tech. He had about, I think it was like 28 carries, 165, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
2 touchdowns. I didn't think Virginia Tech was going to win that game. Virginia's supposed to be the better team.
Yeah, they were.
But Virginia Tech showed them they still little bros.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So,
Virginia Tech hired a new head coach like either yesterday or today too.
I did see
the
that.
Defensive coordinator from Penn State. His last name is Pry.
Yeah, I was like, who is that? But he's from Penn State.
Yeah, but you know what's key for them? Shout out to Top Billing. I was watching Top Billing video. That's how I figured it out. So, Penn State gets a bunch of guys from here, like Maryland DMV. So if you bring that to Virginia Tech, it might be the return of DMV dudes going to Virginia Tech. So.
Yeah. The ACC is for the taking right now, maybe.
Yeah. Who's playing the ACC championship? I don't even know.
Pittsburgh, Wake Forest.
Okay. In Charlotte.
I'll see that. It's gonna be a fight.
It is. Pittsburgh. Ooh. Okay. I'm liking that.
All the games is really good this year.
Yeah.
Championship games.
I really think Michigan might lose. I had the worst feeling about Michigan losing, and I want them to win. It's not that I want them to lose. I want them to win, but I can see them losing.
So if they lose, the Big Ten has nobody in the playoffs. Huh? We're from the best, possibly the best conference in the league to nobody.
Yep.
That's what it'll do to you. That's what they say the SEC is supposed to do.
Yeah.
But it never works out like that.
Mm-hmm. And for League him, I got my boy John Mechie III stepped up after Jameson Williams got disqualified for targeting. I hate targeting, but that was targeting.
I ain't never seen a receiver hit nobody like that.
That's why I hit him like that, because he a receiver, leading with your damn head.
That's it. Though. You ain't got no business being out there.
Nick Saban loved putting his receivers on special teams.
That's what we do.
13 catches, 150 yards, and the game-winning 2-point conversion. And then one of these hoes, too. You know what I'm saying?
Clutch, man.
Who you got?
For mine, I had the boy Aiden Hutchinson. Even though we know he's a top 5 pick, top 10 pick.
For sure. He
won that
ate.
game. Yeah, he ate. 3 sacks, 7 tackles. League him.
Put him right now.
Indeed. Probably in the NFC East somewhere.
Which one? New York, New York, Philly, Washington.
Probably Philly, because they guys getting old on that D line.
Yeah, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, they getting old. Speaking of NFL, let's slide right into the NFL then.
Indeed,
NFL got a little bit of love this week for me. You know what I'm saying? Because the last few weeks I've been having a lot of just like, I hate the NFL, but I felt like that on Thursday though. Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I wasn't really tuned in on Thursday.
I'll watch college basketball on Thursday. Fuck what they talking about.
Who played on Thursday? I don't even know who played.
College
basketball.
College basketball was VCU and Baylor, Iona and Alabama. Who
Definitely
else
was tuned into that.
It was a few games. They don't care if you got Thanksgiving, they gonna play.
Yeah, definitely was watching that instead of the football game.
Yeah. Did you watch any of the Cowboys Raiders game? Because that was the best one out of the 3.
I seen that.
I seen bits and pieces of it, but to be honest with you, I didn't give a flying. You know what? The Bears and Lions was on the TV, but I could care less. Nobody cares about those teams. And then the last game was putrid.
I didn't watch that at all.
Good job, Bills. You won. Now you get the Patriots. Good luck. And in week 12 we had some pretty good games. You know what I'm saying? 2 of my spotlight games was the Bucks and the Colts. That ended as drama-filled as you can be, and that was just a good ass game in general. Like, people making plays on both sides. Leonard Fournette ate. Isaiah Rodgers had a pretty good game. Zach. Carson Wentz was out there balling. They kind of bottled up Jonathan Taylor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He got in that end zone, though.
He did.
He gave me about 20 fantasy points. I'll take.
Tom Brady was out there balling. But really, Leonard Fournette was this. Yeah. That boy Lenny. And
he said, hold your horses, young buck. I'm still Lenny.
Lenny. And then Hey, don't look now, bro, but the 49ers, they turning their shit around. This is my other spotlight again. The 49ers won at home against the Vikings. They don't win at home a lot, but they pulled out a dub against a really good Vikings team that's like, are they 500?
I'm 6.
Yeah.
And they were 500.
I don't understand. Every game they play is close.
Tough schedule.
And if they sneak their way to the playoffs, I can see them actually beating somebody in a wild card, like somebody good. Just because of like all the wars they've gone through, every game has been close.
Well, depending on what's up with Dalvin Cook now.
Yeah, they say he's gonna miss the next 2 weeks.
Oh, that's it.
Mm-hmm. It looked bad when it happened because he was just like on the ground. They had to cart him off the field, but it says like something with his shoulder, and he'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I didn't see it live, but when I seen the video of him getting carted off, he's not laying down, so.
Yeah, he was sitting up. So what happened was, I don't remember if it was I think it was a screenplay. He caught a screen, and somebody tackled him like around here, like under his arm, and he immediately just fumbled the ball and was just on the ground for a few minutes. Not a few minutes, but like a minute or two.
That's like the second time he did that. I think he did that last year.
And you know what's crazier? After that, the play after that, the 49ers recovered the fumble. They were in the red zone. They ran a screen for Deebo Samuel, and then he gets hurt. He like pulled his groin.
Oh, they do that.
Because Deebo Samuel is a running. He's like the new Anquan Bolden, the new Jarvis Landry. You can play him at running back or slot, and he'll make plays.
He's a dog.
That boy Deebo.
He's a dog.
I didn't have this on the list, but no, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that for after this. The Patriots are bike. You know what I'm saying? They bike, baby. You know what I'm saying? What are they, 8-4, 7-4?
They up there.
The boys look good, man. They look good, man. They look so
Got
good.
a showdown this week coming up.
They do.
So we're gonna
division game. See who wins who get the division crown. You know.
Yeah. So
they back. That defense is elite with all caps. And Mac Jones making plays. You know what's kind of scary? The receivers starting to make plays. So Jacoby Meyer, that boy Kendrick Bourne. That was Kendrick Bourne with the good footwork and balance up the sideline to get in the end zone. They can run the ball. They got a stable at running, but they look good, bro.
Yeah.
They had a bad year.
Right now.
They had a bad year last year. Right back to it.
Yep.
So
not surprised.
Like, all right, so I'm gonna pull this back out of the bag. I'm disappointed in Cam from his performance the other day. You know, he didn't look good at all. But they did make Lamar Jackson look bad too, so I don't feel as bad. But you know,
yeah, that's the same thing I said. They did the Dolphins. They doing that.
Yeah,
they're doing that right now.
And I hate that it comes. Sorry, I hate that it comes against a team that I was like hating on type shit. You know, but. You know?
With Dolphins?
Yeah, that shit happens, though. You know?
Shit happens. Shit happens.
I'm upset.
Gotta turn it around sometimes.
I'm upset about that. And you know what else is crazy? The Chargers look like the Chargers of the past 3 or 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
Where was that? In Denver?
Mm-hmm. Denver they ate them alive. They ate. That defense is still crazy.
Yeah. One of the best.
They killed them, bro. They killed them. Speaking of more bad performances, we had about 3 or 4 games that was just like mad, nasty, and ugly, and not good football. Let me start with the primetime game. The Ravens and the Browns. Terrible. Lamar threw 3 interceptions in a quarter.
And he was all 17 days beat. No excuse for it.
Hold on, you lag and say that again.
Said he was off 17 days, but there's no excuse for it.
He said there's no excuse for it, so.
Yeah. I'll give him a pass for that deep ball.
Yeah. And the Browns couldn't hold on to the ball either.
Big Mayfield is when he's out there scared, and he's very bad.
All right, so technical difficulties, you know what I'm saying, lag and shit like that. We back though. We were talking about the Browns and the Ravens. I'm gonna let you restart from the Lamar point because it kind of started chopping at the Lamar point. You said it was off 17 days, but there was still no excuse.
Yeah, 17 days, no excuse for it. But he won the game.
They keep doing this shit, dog. They keep doing this, bro, and it's crazy. All right.
Magic happens in that bank, huh?
I guess so, at the bank. You know what I'm saying?
Bank.
You can get popped outside the bank. You know what I mean, stuff. The Brown side of it, though.
So with Baker, what's his contract situation talking about? That's what we need to know.
I think he got 1 year left. But like I said last week, bro, if he's hurt,
sit him down.
But I don't think they have a choice. They still trying to make the playoffs. They got all other type of stuff going on.
Pitino could have scored 10 points. You seen him? He was on the sideline. He was on the sideline coaching him up.
Hey man,
I was like, yeah, give him something, Case. He needs something.
You know what he couldn't do shit about? That boy Owe. That boy Owe crazy.
Bro, he might be rookie of the year.
That boy Owe wild.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Playmaker. Oh my God, boy, that man is crazy.
That was a physical game. A lot of injuries.
That was an AFC North ass game. We got another one coming next week too.
Yeah.
Moving on from that ugly football to probably quite possibly the most ugliest football game ever. The Jets and the Texans. The Jets won, I think it was 21-17. But every time Red Zone was on it would like switch over to them. Something crazy was happening. It'd rather be a block punt or interception.
What's the Jets record?
I want to say they're 3-8. Let me look. I have this computer here, and I'm acting like I don't want to use it.
Was that Zach Wilson's first start win?
Nah, he was on when they beat the Titans.
Yeah. That's good. So it's his second, huh?
The first thing I see on NFL.com is Urban Meyer saying he's not a candidate for the Notre Dame job. Stop lying. Act like he's not lying.
Wouldn't go there. Well, I mean, I would not if I was him.
The Jets are 3-8, and the Texans are 2-9.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Sheesh. Do you want to talk about the Rams and the Packers game? I don't have too much to take away from that game.
Matt Stafford can't win the big game, it seems like.
I told you in was that week 5, week 6? I don't believe in that offense. They scored 28 points, but it just seemed like too gimmicky type. You know what I'm saying? Type of vibe. But
they lose Robert Woods.
They did lose their number 2 receiver. Important piece.
Running back too.
Cam Akers did tear his Achilles. But what happened to the other dude? What's his name?
Henderson.
Yeah, Henderson.
I think he out there. He's just not doing nothing.
Okay. The offensive line look a suspect too.
Yeah, they got a lot of question marks. They probably still squeak into the playoffs though.
And you know what makes this worse is that they're all-in team. Like they trade all their picks, paid all this money, and
defense don't even look that good.
They not on shit right now.
I mean, it is Aaron Rodgers though.
Aaron Rodgers with a fractured toe.
True.
And I'm gonna pass this off to you because I didn't watch this game. I'm pretty sure you watched it. Your team and the Seahawks. What happened?
Good dub. Hard fought win. You know, started down. I think the Seahawks score was up down 7-0. And I was like, oh man.
Who was out there making plays?
Yeah, the defense is really playing good without Chase Young and Montez Sweat for some reason. I don't understand it. We holding it down, but good win. Terry McLaurin does what he does.
Terry Mack.
Yeah, Taylor Heineke. No more question marks for me. But they said we had the ball 41 minutes.
Good God.
I was like, but that's why I was falling asleep in the middle of the game. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, that game was probably worse than the Ravens game, bro.
It was 15-17. I would expect it to be. The other one was 16-10. So it's like,
yeah. Then they didn't. Russ Wilson didn't score until the last drive.
Where's he gonna be at next year? Because he ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I need to watch the press conference because he must have not have been.
Well, you gotta remember before last season, he was looking to get traded.
Yeah.
And this season has been terrible. That defense don't look good. DK not getting targets.
Yeah,
They still haven't found a fucking running back.
We was locking him up or something because he didn't get a target to the third, fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. Defense looking. Hey, Landon Collins, I was talking all that shit. I gotta praise the man when he he do right. Landon Collins is balling, man.
Okay.
Shout out Landon Collins. Shout out Landon Collins. He probably is a big part of our 3-game winning streak, whatever we got going.
Okay.
And we the 7th seed right now. So
sneak into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like they did last year. Give somebody a run for their money. Possibly because they could have won that game. Possibly win a game. Yeah.
As long as it's not Tom Brady.
Which it might be. I don't know. You never know.
Got a lot more weeks to go.
Yeah. So moving on from that, we got our NFL players of the week in the AFC and NFC. We'll start with the AFC. Defense. This is for the AFC. I went with Bama Boys, which is kind of crazy. They're both rookies, too. Pat Surtain II. 2 picks, a pick 6, part of the Chargers.
Rookie of the Year candidate.
A part of spanking the Chargers. So, yeah. One of them ones. And
he got wheels, bro. Yeah, he's one of them ones. He got wheels, bro.
Flew past everybody after he caught that bitch.
Yeah, he definitely one of them ones. We knew that, though.
Mm-hmm. And for offense, Jaylen Waddle. Jaylen Waddle had his best game to date. 9 catches, 137 yards and a touchdown. He was eating the Panthers defense up.
2-2.
They got that connection.
Yeah.
And the connection would you want to? I don't think we ever talked about this. Because they was talking about trading. They was talking about trading for Tua and Deshaun Watson and all this other shit.
I was with all that.
You was with Tua? Okay. I just wanted to know.
But I mean, yeah, I'm with all that. Still. Okay. But I'm cool with Taylor Heineke.
Okay.
Right now.
All right. So, go ahead. What's your AFC players of the week?
The boy Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon was going dumb.
From the first quarter.
He been going dumb for the past few weeks.
Yeah. He's part of that success. Joe Mixon been chilling out. I mean, not Joe Mixon. Jamar Chase been chilling.
Start handing that ball off.
Yeah. So, yeah, about what? 165, 2 touchdowns, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he was the leading rusher for this week.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to him. Came on the draft, a lot of potential. So he's getting there.
Mm-hmm.
And for the defense, I put the whole Dolphins defense. Like you said earlier, they had that boy Cam looking crazy out there.
They had PJ Walker looking bad too.
No, they put PJ in. They put PJ.
They took Cam out in the third. Yeah.
And he was looking bad too.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say they might just need to rock with the 2 quarterback system, but
there wasn't nothing they could do with neither one.
Yeah, so shout out to the Dolphins defense. They was out there. Dolphins 5-7. People's trying to tell me that the Dolphins still in there.
They still can, because they got a very winnable schedule coming up.
Yeah, We're gonna see.
So by 2 weeks from now, they could be 7-7, and they started at 1-7.
Yeah, that boy Brian Flores. Yeah, shout out to him.
Fuck them. I hate you. Not seriously, but
they getting it together.
Yeah. Who you got for NFC?
NFC, I got the boy Rodgers. Dicing them Rams up 307, 2 touchdowns on a broken toe.
Devontae Adams was eating too.
Yeah, I think he had like 100.
AJ Dillon was toting the pill.
They can't put him in the grass.
His legs too damn big, bro. He'll never stop moving his legs.
Yeah, like a 1-yard carry. He was screaming. They couldn't put him down.
Did you say who you have for defense?
Who did I have for defense? I had the Eagles defense. Shout out to them Eagles. I mean, not the Eagles. The Giants.
Yeah, I was going to say, I had the Giants. I'm going to say, okay. I had the Giants defense for my shit, too.
Oh, damn, my bad.
It's cool. I don't really care.
So we both rocking with the Giants.
Bro. They shut him out in the first half. And granted, Jalen Reagor had a chance to tie the fucking game if he can catch the ball. Ball went right through his hands and in the end zone.
Yeah, he did. But was he gonna land in that end zone? Because he was at the line. He was right at that line.
Bro, he should have caught the ball. Bro, it's okay if you get hit and you lose. He had the ball go right through his hands. Right through his hands. No, I'm not giving you a pass for that. You got to catch the goddamn ball.
A couple of their receivers dropped some passes on that drive, too.
God damn it.
They had Butterfingers right there.
God damn it. And then another thing that kind of fucked it up, Jaylen fucked up at the end of the first half, throwing an interception when they had a chance to get a field goal because he thought it was going to be the last play of the half. So
the Browns did, too. Missed their first field goal.
And for my NFC player of the week on offense, I got the boy Super Bowl Leonard Fournette. 24 touches, 131 total yards, and 4 touchdowns, 3 rushing, 1 receiving. I would say so. Yeah.
I would they tried to split them carries last year.
Get Ronald Jones out of here. Come on. Give my boy Lenny the ball. You know? So moving on from week 12, we got our week 13 preview with some of the games of the week and some somewhat intriguing games, you know. First, there's a lot of good. Oh my God, I just realized all of these were AFC games. First up, we got the Chargers at the Bengals. This is a really good non-division game for this late in the season. So
it's bumping the league.
The Chargers are going to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is hot right now. They just spanked the Steelers for the second time this season. And the Chargers are coming off, what, 2? No. It's coming off 1 loss because they beat the Steelers. They're coming off a bad loss, though. And they need this. They need this. They need this game.
Need it.
And the Bengals needed to keep their shit on top of the AFC North, so.
They keep pace.
Who you got in this one?
Going with them Bengals, man.
Me too.
I feel like every time,
Me too.
I feel like every time I go with the Bengals, the niggas lose, though.
Fuck it.
But yeah, right with the Bengals.
Fuck it. And then after that, we got an AFC North game. The Ravens going to Pittsburgh to play them Steelers. The Steelers look bad. They got cooked. Ben Roethlisberger got cooked. I don't know what to say about the Steelers.
It's usually a game that the Steelers will win.
I think TJ Watt is out again, like with the COVID list and all that other shit. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens. With that being said,
yeah, me too. Got no reason not to go with the Ravens.
Yeah, unless the Ravens just keep doing what they're doing and almost losing these games. So,
like, they throw 4 picks against Steelers. I don't know, bro. The Steelers is really that bad.
You keep giving Ben Roethlisberger chances. Every now and then he'll hit a throw, you know?
Yeah.
Get that boy Freiermuth. He's an animal. He's an animal.
Yes.
That Penn State putting out tight ends. They had Mike Gesicki's an animal in Miami. And Freiermuth, oh my God.
Yeah, they putting out dogs everywhere. Oh, wait, right?
Yeah, Penn State.
Yeah, they putting out dogs everywhere.
Micah Parsons, Penn State. Like, come on now.
Joey Porter Jr. Bro, ain't that his name?
Yeah.
Coming soon. I don't know if that's this year or next year.
And then they got the safety Brisker. Come on, they got dudes, bro. Yes. And then the Patriots at the Bills, division game. This is in New York, in Buffalo. So
Orchard Park.
In that stadium, their stadium is unique because it's like they dig down into the ground to get to it, so it's not like up high. It's like fairly ground level, and then the seats go down, and the field is like below the surface level. So that's pretty cool. Who do you got in this one? I'm leaning towards the Patriots, but I feel like the Bills may pull this out.
Give me them Patriots.
I'm gonna go with the Bills. I have a feeling that the Bills will pull this out. They're due for a good game.
Yeah, they're due for They need a stamp.
Mm-hmm. They got momentum coming off of beating the Saints like they did, so I'm gonna go with them. It is, but I'm saying the momentum building from that. You know what I'm saying? They took a loss the week before that, but the week before a bye, and they picked it back up. Boom, yeah. So.
Yeah.
And from there, we got some somewhat intriguing games, which is the Giants going to Miami to play the Dolphins. Like we said, the Dolphins have a chance to get back to 500. This is one of the first games. It's in Miami. Another home game.
Miami.
Another home game. That defense looking crazy. The Giants' offense isn't anything to write home about. So I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Dolphins. I mean, the Giants trying to fight for playoff contention too, huh?
Yeah, but their offense ain't on nothing. And the way the Dolphins' defense looks, oh my god.
Yeah. Yo, I knew. Like, the Eagles been playing really good the last couple of weeks. I'm like, yo, just speaking of the Washington football team, like, yo, are they going to run the ball down our throats?
They may.
No. They ain't even do that to the Giants. I don't know what they do.
The Giants got a solid defense, though.
So do we.
That's true.
So,
but did you see the way they was toting that pill against the Broncos defense, who just did that? That's why I'm saying football don't make sense. It don't.
This divisional shit, this shit different. I feel like them Giants just traveling up just confirmed my theory.
But you got to remember the Broncos beat the shit out of the Cowboys too. So it's like,
and I think they beat the Giants too.
What the fuck?
Didn't they beat us? They beat us too.
They beat everybody but the Eagles.
Yeah, shit weird.
Yeah.
That was in Denver.
It wasn't Denver.
You said
the Giants and the Dolphins. Yeah, I'm rocking with the Dolphins. And then we got your team. Y'all still in playoff contention, like you said. So are the Raiders. The Raiders coming off a good dub on Thanksgiving, pulling out a crazy overtime win against the Cowboys. I know who you're gonna pick in this game, obviously. And it's in Vegas. It's in Vegas. This is tough for me.
It's gonna be a good game.
It is. I'm gonna go with y'all. I'm gonna rock with the football team.
I like the Raiders forever, so not on this game, but just general. So if this wasn't my team, I don't know.
You never know.
I'm expecting a good game.
It's gonna be a good game for sure.
I had one game too. I can't remember. It was the Cowboys, but I can't remember what it. But
let me pull it up. Week 13.
Thursday night.
They play the Saints on Thursday. I'm not watching that. The Saints ain't got. You won't watch Trevor Siemian and no Alvin Kamara probably.
What about the Cowboys though? Is Amari and
they got a COVID bug, so I don't know.
Cowboys. I'm all for watching the Cowboys lose.
Let me see if they're playing.
The Cowboys is messing around. They about to let everybody back in the division.
Hey man.
But they already did. So let's get it.
Let's see. Cowboys.com. Okay, so okay. So it's looking better for them. So Ezekiel Elliott and CeeDee Lamb were full participants today in practice. Well, in practice on Monday. Tuesdays they usually have off. So the game status is still in question, but
like CD playing. But they should be able to beat.
They should be able to beat the shit out of the Saints. The Saints defense is good, but you see what the Bills did to it? If you don't got no offense and they got to keep coming back on that field, they're going to run out of juice at some point. That's always been a rule of thumb for me. So it's like, if you keep doing that shit, they're going to run out of juice at some point. It's going to be like, it's over with. So that is going to wrap up football from us for this week. And we're going to hop into basketball. So we'll be right back in a second. All right, we back. College basketball time, baby. You know, we in the hoops. Tonight, Tuesday night, is finna be a lit night. We got the Big Ten ACC Challenge. But first, we're going to go back a little bit, talk about what happened over Feast Week and things of that nature. We're going to start with the big game in Vegas, Gonzaga and Duke. This game was crazy. Like, I was expecting the UCLA game to be like this. The UCLA game wasn't anything like this.
UCLA Gonzaga.
UCLA got ran out of the gym fast, quickly, in a hurry.
Not surprising.
And the reason why this game was so hyped up, outside of just the two big brands and them being top ranked, was Chet versus Paolo. Hey, bro, that first half Paolo was going dumb in that first half. Oh my God, he had 20 in the first half.
Shit.
He was showing everything, bro. Getting to the rack, post you up, pull up jumper, pull up three, transition three, corner three. Dunking.
Is there a comparison for him in the league, or is he just a superstar?
He's like a mix, like a I remember I said something like a Blake Griffin-ish kind of player, like not like a young Blake Griffin, but like the later Clipper days. Blake Griffin, when he kept getting hurt, but he was just like, he got his skill level up. He can handle the ball, he could pass it, he had a nice little mid range. He can still boom on you now, and things like that. But that's the type of player I see him as. Some people say more, some people say less, but comparison is a comparison. It doesn't really matter.
That's an interesting comparison. That year on that Pistons, he was getting like 23 a game.
Mm-hmm.
Rockets.
I can see him. I can see Paolo doing that.
Yeah, he's definitely a 20-plus point per game player.
Mm-hmm. And swinging it over to the Gonzaga side, it was Chet had some good moments. He had some bad moments, but overall, he played a really solid game. Who else from Gonzaga showed out?
What was up with my boy Mark Williams versus Timmy?
Mark Williams made his ass some money, boy.
Oh yeah.
He made some money.
That's what I like that he.
Hold on, I want to pull up to see if I can get any stats from. I want to see if I can get some stats from that game, because he made himself some goddamn money, buddy. Once I find this, oh my goodness.
Maybe if last year wasn't COVID, he might have did this last year.
Game log. Give me the game log. Watch out. I was finna get pissed off. So he played 28 minutes. He had 17 points, 5 blocks, 9 rebounds.
Okay.
He did have 4 fouls, but fouls is fouls.
Playing against Drew Timmy and.
Hold on, let me see how many points Drew Timmy had. Cause he was blocking it seemed like he blocked or contested everything. That's serious. He made himself some fucking money. That was like the first thing I took away from him. I was like, golly, bro.
Yeah.
So, Drew Timmy had 17 points. He was still good. Yeah, he was playing with foul trouble though the entire game. Him and Chet. I think Chet fouled out, or he had like 4 fouls like late in the game. What's bro name? Julian Strother played really, really good for Gonzaga. He had like 20 something. He was the one keeping them alive in the game. Andrew Nembhard had a solid game. But they just really couldn't get going for a stretch to kind of pull away. And Duke's defense, Wendell Moore.
Yeah.
Wendell Moore.
Mm-hmm.
He's been really, really good.
Yeah.
He's been really, really good for them this year so far. He had a triple-double against Army. He played well against Kentucky, and he had a good game this game too. So,
solid squad.
This has the makings of a national championship team from Duke. If you think about it, like the Nolan Smith, the Quinn Cook, that's Wendell Moore, and then you got the superstar freshman / whatever with Paolo and what's bro name, Trevor Keels, and then as the season goes along, hopefully AJ Griffin can get going. But
that's the squad.
Yeah, they're number 1 now.
Versus UCLA.
They're number 1 in the nation now.
They are.
Yeah, off the strength of this game.
I don't know about UCLA no more, but Duke. I still rock with Duke on that.
Yeah. Going on from that game, I got a question for you. Next level, number 1 and number 2 projected picks. Who do you believe in more to be? Who do you believe in more at the next level? Would it be Chet or would it be Paolo? Because the way I'm thinking is, right, most of Chet's things he can do now, he can do a lot of shit. He's very versatile, but it's not super well-rounded. He's not polished. And when he gets there, there's a chance he could do it. There's a chance he couldn't. But with Paolo, there's a chance that he's damn near already hit a ceiling. That's the way I just look at it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because to be that big and have that skill set at 19 years old, how much higher can you go type shit, you know?
Shit, only get it better.
So that's just the way I look at it. I don't really know. Either. I feel like both of them will be productive players. But that was just a question I wanted to ask you.
I got Paolo. That's who I would draft.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Paolo before I take Chet. Just because, like you said, he's more polished now.
That boy Jabari Smith might be getting that number 1 pick. Fuck what they talking about.
I seen that one game.
They played UConn?
Yeah, that went overtime, right?
He could shoot the skin off the ball.
Shit, he was attacking. He's a dog. I was like, okay, I see you out there.
From there, I think we're witnessing. Well, we will witness throughout the season the breakout of a new college star. We get one every year. More of the times than not, they're not freshmen. They're probably upperclassmen. This one's a sophomore. Johnny Davis at Wisconsin. He had a great tournament. It's the Maui Invitational. It was in Vegas. It wasn't in Maui, which sucks, but Wisconsin got one.
It was in Vegas. Yeah.
They got them one. I
haven't seen him.
He gave Texas A&M 20. He gave Houston 30. Oh my! That game was wild.
He was working, huh?
He gave them boys 30, and then he gave St. Mary's 20 in the championship.
What's his name?
Johnny Davis. He's a wing, 6'8", can shoot it, plays good defense. He's really good.
You keep this up. We're talking about a sneaky lottery pick. Huh?
Yeah, he might. Just with the size and the skill set, and wings are valuable in the NBA. So
6'8". That's all you got to say.
Mm-hmm. Moving on from that tournament, we got two more to talk about. We got the Battle for Atlantis. Your team was in it. UConn was in it. Auburn was in it. And Baylor was in it, as well as VCU. This was a good-ass tournament. Now, we already discussed Auburn and UConn. That game went to, double overtime? Game-winning shot, buzzer beater. VCU gave Baylor a run for their money early on.
Solid program VCU got over there.
Yeah, man. VCU's they got them boys rocking down in Richmond. Who did y'all play in the first game? I don't even remember who y'all played in the first game. I don't even think it. Oh, yeah, that doesn't fucking matter. Let me stop.
Yeah, that was a great game, bro. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta rerun that game, bro.
All right, I'm gonna watch it.
Rerun that game, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because that game winner was crazy. I turned it on with 1 minute left.
Okay.
Dude dropped somebody. Dropped a lob for the game.
Sheesh.
I'm like, oh, my God. I don't even know who it was.
Yeesh. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Moving on from those first round games, the second round was even better. UConn and Michigan State, boy, that was a war. That was a war. You know what I'm saying? Michigan State played good defense down the stretch and pulled out the game. UConn is going to be really, really good this year. I did not see that in the cards.
Their coach was mad as hell that game.
Mm-hmm. He was pissed because that last foul, that foul their point guard out, was not a foul. He got all ball.
Oh, yeah, that was not a
foul.
That
was bad.
That was bad.
That's why he was pissed. That was real bad. It was real bad. And then in the championship, y'all survived that game, got through it, and y'all met them boys. Baylor.
Who did they play the whole tournament is the question.
They beat VCU, and I want to say they played Syracuse in the first round.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, though. But they look
handle business.
Fool.
Who was in there with them the first half?
That second half got kind of kooky. Quick. It got crazy quick. They got a really good team. People, I don't know if I don't think this is true. Maybe I have to see more, but the commentator Jimmy Dykes was saying that this team might be better than last year's team, and I could see it a little bit because James Akinjo, L.J. Cryer, Adam Flagler, then you got Kendall Brown, Jeremy Sochan, everyday Jonathan Chamachacha was amazing. I want to see him get to the NBA because I feel like he can do that in the NBA. Just come off the bench, 6'9", block shots, take charges, get offensive rebounds. Just do that. Everyday John. Every night.
Yeah, they got a squad.
James Akinjo had that lob he had was wild. He hit the spin move and to that bitch off the Kendall Brown.
Yeah, they was out there.
Yeah. What's bro name? What's bro first name? Akins from Michigan State. He played really good. Jaden Akins.
I think that's remember I was saying we had somebody that played with Imani in high school.
That's him?
Yeah, that's him.
He's tough. He's tough.
Yeah, he's tough. He was holding us down that game.
Yeah, he was. He was keeping y'all in it, getting buckets when need be. He wasn't scared, nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Solid performance.
And the last tournament we got to talk about is the ESPN Invitational. This was the wildest tournament out of everyone. There was two big upsets. Iona beat Alabama. And if you don't know, Rick Pitino is coaching Iona.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I watched that game.
He's a vampire. He looks like a vampire, bro.
Yeah, how old is he?
He's like 70-something. I have a computer. Let me use it Rick Pitino. I'm gonna keep saying this until I get down to it. Pitino. Rick Pitino. He was born in 1952. Good God. He is 69 years old.
He's cool. He ain't 70. He's about to be 70. Yeah, he's a GOAT, though. Should still be at Louisville, but I guess he was dragging too hard.
Yeah, he was doing a little bit too much. But, hey, man, he's a New York guy. He's coaching a school in New York, so.
No, that's where Iona is?
Bless you, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and the wild shit is Kansas and Dayton. Yeah. Kansas, bro, I promise you, I turned that game off in the first half because Kansas was like, yeah, they're going to handle business. I was like, I'm going to move on to watch something else. I go back and I'm like, what the hell is happening? It's a 1-point game. Kansas can't stop them. They Dayton slipping pick and rolls, getting dunks, and doing all this other kind of shit. And it's like, okay. Ochai Agbaji makes a stop, gets an easy dunk. They're up 3. Well, they're up 2 or 1. I don't remember. They were up. And it was like, okay, it's the last play. Then that shit happens. They catch the ball. Somebody puts up a bullshit shot. They miss. They get the rebound. He throws it up high, and it bounces, and goes in, and they win the game.
That was a great shot, though.
Dick Vitale was on the card, which made him even more iconic. Oh, my God. Oh.
He was on it. I just watched it again the other day. He was on it from the minute they got the rebound. Mm-hmm. And he told the dude to drive. He said the point guard needs to drive right here. The point guard straight drove, got his shit hit off the glove.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a block. That was David McCormick smacked out. Just imagine if the ball would have went out of bounds. If it would have went out of bounds, it would have been a whole different game.
But the dude that made that shot, like, that was a great shot.
Mm-hmm. A high runner. He was fading away, too. It was just a high right-hand runner. Yeah.
Steps was crucial. Got just enough space to get that up.
The only takeaway I have from this game outside of that is Ochai Agbaji is the truth. That whole tournament, he put him in the league. He's going to be really good.
John Wooden, Player of the Year.
Boy. Mm-hmm. He's putting up numbers, and he's efficient with it, too. So.
He's a dog.
Moving on from last week, we got this week. Today is November 30th. We're going to have our games of the week from today to next Tuesday, which is the 9th. What the fuck? That is not. No, it's the 7th. What am I talking about? So, tonight, November 30th. You probably won't see this video tonight anyway, but still, it's today. We got Florida State going to number 2 Purdue. Florida State, if you don't know, is very deep. They did take a bad L to Florida earlier this year, but they're still a really solid team. They hit their stride in their tournament. I'm not remembering where it was at. I think it was somewhere like on an island somewhere. I don't know. They won the championship in that tournament. And Purdue is the number 2 team in the country. Jaden Ivey, Zach Edey, Stefanovic. Oh my God, he can shoot the shit out the ball. Stefanovic is crazy.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a solid-ass game. We got an hour and a half until the game starts. So, that's going to be a good game. And then number 1, Duke. They're going on the road. First road test of the year. 2, the Ohio State. Ohio State is tough. Even though they're not ranked, they're a tough team. E.J. Liddell's down there working. That's going to be a good matchup, him and Paolo. Him and E.J. Liddell. E.J. Liddell's been hooping.
E.J. going to get his ass dunked on tonight.
Chill. That boy Michi had a game winner against Seton Hall too.
Sheesh.
That's LeBron nephew, if you did know.
Oh yeah. Michi, you talking about nigga that was 17 last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know that was his nephew though.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not his real nephew, but his father played with LeBron in high school type. Yeah, so that's his uncle, nephew, that kind of thing. Normal shit. And moving on from tomorrow night, Wednesday. Number 18, Memphis, coming off a bad loss against Iowa State in the NIT tournament. Imani didn't play well. Jalen Durant didn't play well. A lot of people didn't play well.
Iowa State, good team, though.
They are. And they on this list, too, on this list of the games of the week. Memphis goes on the road to go play Georgia. I don't really know too much about Georgia, but it should be a good test going against an SEC team at an SEC school to see what they're about, see if they can bounce back. And really just like a prospect watching game kind of thing, you know?
Should be a 10-point win by Memphis.
It should be, but you never know. And then moving on from that, we got Michigan, number 24 Michigan. Michigan was ranked number 4 the last time we talked about them. They're 24 now.
Sheesh.
They haven't looked the sharpest. They haven't looked the best. And they go on the road to play UNC at 9:15 on Wednesday night. So that should be a banger.
Chapel Hill.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a game. Definitely tuned in. When is that? You said that's Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday at 9:15.
Okay.
And skipping ahead from Wednesday to Saturday, we got Marquette. Marquette is a really good team in the Big East. The Big East is a really good conference. They got some teams over there. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Marquette is going on the road, staying in state though, to go play Wisconsin, who I just said Johnny Davis, really good player. They're ranked 23rd. They play on Saturday at 12:30. So tune into that. Also, Iowa State plays another Big East team that's really good. Creighton is a really good team. They got that boy Ryan Nembhard. That little dude is tough.
That's his brother?
Yeah, that's Andrew's brother, his little brother.
Is that Creighton?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Coming off a national championship with my Verd. Yeah. They can hoop. They can hoop. That's all. Them little dudes. Them dudes can hoop.
Creighton play tonight.
Who they play?
I can't remember. I was thinking about betting with them though.
I only seen one game. I seen when they played Nebraska, and Ryan Nembhard looked good. They look good. And then we got the big game on Saturday. Number 16 Alabama going to play Gonzaga at 8:00 p.m. Either one or two things gonna happen. Either it's gonna be a close game and Gonzaga wins, or Gonzaga's gonna blow their ass off the court.
They're gonna blow their ass off the court. Where is it?
It's in Washington. It's not at Gonzaga, but it's in Washington.
Yeah, you about to blow their ass off the court.
It's gonna be interesting to see though, because Alabama has really good guard play. Like they got a lot of guards. They got that boy Jaden Shackelford. They got Javon Cornerly, Jelly JQ, and then
he was balling their last game.
And then the freshman J.D. Davison, electric.
Yeah, he's getting better. He's getting his feel right for the game. And
then you still got the boy Keon Ellis, senior on the team, and they solid team. I don't know if they're not gonna be as good as they were last year because they lost their two or three of their best players got there. They lost the player and the defensive player of the year in the SEC. And then they lost their best freshman, and then they lost their other best senior. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? They lost Herb Jones, Josh Primo, and John Petty.
Yeah.
Lose those three guys, you're going to have to make up for it. So.
Indeed.
And then after that, on next Tuesday, you got Michigan going to Nebraska. Nebraska is a NBA prospect watching school. Bryce McGowan's. And after that, we got a good game for Tennessee to see what Tennessee is on. They're going to play Texas Tech. Texas Tech is a good team. That boy TJ Shannon over there. And they got the boy Kennedy Chandler. So
it's going to be a good game.
Yes, sir. And speaking of prospect watching, my boy, let's talk about the NBA. You know? We've got a lot of good play in the NBA, but we also have a lot of drama. So, first we're going to hit on some of the news topics what's been going on in the past few weeks, days, even last night, things like that. So, first, we're going to discuss this Rockets situation. And this is strictly like off the court, kind of. Well, not kind of off the court. This is on the court kind of thing. First, this was last week. I thought about making a video on it, but I was like, it doesn't really move the needle. Steven Silas, the head coach for the Rockets. The Rockets were discussing should they let him go and things like that. I was firmly against that because what kind of sense does that make? You know?
Should they let who go?
The coach.
Or John Wall?
The coach.
Dang.
But it's like this is the second year. The first, when they hired him, you were expecting to have Russell Westbrook and James Harden, and you don't. You don't? And you don't have them. And then you fucked up a trade for your best player, and you got a few picks back, but what else did you get? The best players from that trade in the NBA are not on your team. Jared Allen is hooping. Karis LeVert is hooping. You got Victor Oladipo, and you don't even have him anymore. So it's like, don't try to do that. But this is a key thing. The GM is not going to put the blame on himself. He's going to put the blame on the coach. So,
this is his first year there?
I think he was in an organization. They just moved him up. So, I don't know. But I'm firmly against that. And I'm glad that they're winning games now. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But now the John Wall situation. This is something that hasn't made sense for me in a long time. When they first said that they were going to sit him out and try to find him a trade partner or a buyout thing, that was cool with me. But now they're not even talking about a buyout no more because the money's too much. And as we know, there may be something coming up now. But before now, there was like no trades. Who's trading for him? Who's going to pay for that? How are you going to make the money work? Type of thing. That wasn't finna happen. So they decided to not play him, which doesn't make sense. You know?
Wasting his time. Both of their time.
I don't understand how is that supposed to make sense? Like, you have quite possibly, if you want to say your second best player because Christian Wood is really good, your second best player just sitting on the bench. Not helping your coach at all. Because if he's out there, there's a lot more times when they're on the court and not losing by 40 fucking points. So, you know,
they winning some games now though, so that's good.
There's a reason why though.
Why you say that?
Jalen Green has a hamstring injury, and I was thinking that though. Guess who's on the court more? Veterans. So they can rein Kevin Porter Jr. in and things like that, and keep the game flowing and do things like that. But once he comes back, we never know. But yeah, and Christian Wood has been playing his ass off. He had 20 and 20 last night. I think he had like 30 and 16 against the Hornets. Yeah, 20
and 20. They talking about that triple double. That boy had 20 and 20.
He had 24 points and 22 rebounds. He
they played the Thunder?
Yeah.
I definitely have the Thunder winning that game.
You know they play the Thunder again on Thursday, I think. Either Wednesday. They play them again tomorrow. So they've been played 4 times already. Like the season series is over with. Because they played them first game. They beat the Thunder twice, so that's good. You know. And then they beat the Hornets. And they beat the Bulls. So shout out to the Rockets. I want y'all to do well, but y'all fucking up right now. Y'all just doing some dumb shit. If you're doing dumb shit, I'm gonna say something about it. So, you know. Moving on from this, did you see this yesterday? The Kemba Walker and Blake Griffin situation.
That's crazy. No, it's not crazy. But
what you thinking?
Should not surprise with Kemba Walker.
What about Blake?
They don't got nobody else to please. So. I'm not surprised about that either.
Is Nick Claxton back? Is that why?
I ain't seen that in a minute, like a week.
Yeah. But if you don't know, Kemba Walker and Blake Griffin not injured, out of the rotation. Both of them in New York. And the reason why I said a trade partner hasn't come up for John Wall until now, that's why now. But fit-wise, I don't see how John Wall's fitting on the Knicks. So that's just an idea. It'll be tough, but the idea of it sounds better than probably what it would be practically. And then the Blake Griffin thing, Blake Griffin hasn't played well this season at all. Like, he's not shooting the ball well. He's just not playing well. So if you're not playing well, sit on the bench. And even more bad news, we learned yesterday that Michael Porter Jr. is more than likely going to miss the rest of the season with back surgery again.
That's messed up.
That sucks. Bro's really a special talent, bro. Like, what? Like, he's probably like the closest thing that we've seen probably to like a KD. Like, dead ass. Like, talent wise. Not like on the court right now, but skill wise.
Yellow.
The only reason why I say KD is because of 6'10" and he can shoot the lights out.
Yeah, shoot that lights.
You know?
Got who get it.
Mm-hmm. He could.
Before it gets right.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he gets right. Just for the sake of just him. all he do is hoop. That's his job. It just to take that away, it sucks. But the Nuggets have gone through a lot of injuries. PJ Dozier tore his ACL. I feel bad for him because he's torn the ACL before. I think he tore it twice. But god damn. Jokic was out for a stretch. Jamal Murray's still not back. So at a certain point in time, Will Barton was out. Bones was out until last night. It's just like it was just Aaron Gordon, JaMychal Green, Facu Campazzo. They was just out there. So.
Yeah, I didn't see PJ go down. I hope was it bad?
He tore his ACL.
Like was it? Yeah, so I guess he fell.
I don't remember what was happening. I think he was driving to the basket and yeah. And Ja Morant avoided a big injury too.
I didn't see that one either. I heard about it.
I was scared for a while too because it was like non-contact. He was going after a loose ball and he kind of like pulled up and just started like hopping on one leg. Went to the locker room, came back on the bench with a hoodie on, had his hood on. But they did a scan, just sprained his knee. So he's gonna miss a few weeks. But the thing about that is, I got a question for you. With him being out for a few weeks, it's not good for the Grizzlies, all right?
I don't know. They play tonight.
Do you see them sliding? And if you do, who do you see sliding into their space? Let me look at the standings right now to make sure.
Yes, I don't know the standings up that thick, but they definitely. I really like. They play the Raptors tonight. I think the Raptors gonna beat them, but no OG.
They miss OG. Oh my goodness, they need a big man too, like a paint presence. Right now the Grizzlies are at 10-10. They're in 8th. So the Nuggets are at 9. I can see them easily slipping by them and going up. But everybody from 4 to 10 has relatively the same record. Like the Mavericks are 10-9. The Clippers, Timberwolves, Lakers, those three, all three of them are 11-10. The Lakers are 11-11. The Grizzlies are 10-10, so are the Nuggets. The Blazers are 10-11, and then everybody else from there has more than a 5 differential loss.
The Blazers going to get up in there.
You think so? They ain't playing no fucking defense.
They can't win no games on the road either. What the fuck?
They ain't playing no goddamn defense.
I haven't seen the Blazers play in a while either.
I think it's just time for them to dissolve this shit or
supposed to be last year.
Do something. But you owe it to Dame to try to give him another shot. So
gotta get CJ out of there.
They're gonna have to.
And Norman. And he needs wings.
I don't understand why they traded. Whatever.
Me either. He was having a good ass year, but
yeah,
that don't fit.
So we're gonna go off the negativity. We're gonna go into a good side. We're gonna start with the good news. Boogie signed with the Bucks. DeMarcus Cousins signed with the Bucks. 1-year contract. That's just good news. I don't have anything to elaborate on it. I want to see him get out there on the court. I don't know how much he'll play, but I want to see him get out there and see what he can do. So
he don't have to do too much.
Yeah, just shoot the stretch the floor.
Yeah, it's like all the teams he had to play a pivotal role.
Mm-hmm.
Low key.
Yeah. Well, with the Clippers, he didn't really have to do too much. Come off the bench, score. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And he did that. He did it in the playoffs for a couple games against the Suns. He came off the bench and just killed them.
Yeah. And then my man rock out.
But yeah, I expect him to do more so of the same for the Bucks. Stretch the floor because he can shoot the ball. Replace Brook Lopez, who's still out with a back problem. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And lastly, in injury news, Zion. The nigga with no drip. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to... Sorry, we stop. Zion. He's been cleared for 5-on-5 action in practice. How close do you think... I still don't know how close he is to playing because in media day, they say he'd be ready day 1, and he's been out for a month. So, hell if I know when he'll be back.
Christmas.
But that's a step. Especially after Thanksgiving, you know?
Yeah.
So
hopefully by Christmas.
Hopefully. That's about another month from now too. So what else is going on in the league? Let's talk about fun stuff. The Magic. They just had an injury too, but Jalen Suggs fractured his thumb. He's gonna be out indefinitely. But in general, Cole Anthony's out too. What is he? What happened to him? I don't know. Let's see.
Shit, trash.
Right ankle. So they say he's on track to play for tomorrow. So I'm assuming he sprained his ankle or something. Yeah.
That's good. He
But
was on the way back.
in that game, Jalen Suggs was going dumb. He had 17 points. He was getting to it.
He got hurt.
And speaking of getting to it, Franz Wagner got to it too. He had 27.
Shit.
He be getting to it, boy.
Who they play?
They played the Sixers in Philly. Philadelphia ended up getting their shit together and pulling out the win, but bro, you talk about a good rebuilding situation and a good coach. Oh my God, Orlando.
Who's their coach?
Jamal Mosley. He was an assistant with Dallas for a while. He got them boys playing over there.
Indeed.
And Houston, like we said, Houston's on a 3-game winning streak. Did you see the triple-double thing with Josh Christopher and who was that? Was that Jayshawn Tate moving out the way for Kevin Porter Jr. to get his 10th rebound?
Mm-hmm.
That was good to see. That's good camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? Looking out for your teammate, make sure my bro get the triple-double. And yeah.
With a minute left.
Kevin Porter Jr. he's been going on the tear for these few games without Jalen Green. But
good for his confidence.
Shout out to the Rockets, man. The actual team, not the front office, but the team. You know.
They trying.
And speaking of hot, New Orleans is hot.
Man.
JV, did you see what Jonas Valanciunas did last night?
He had like 9 threes.
He had, oh my God. He had 7 in the first half. Or was that the first quarter? It was on the NBA.com homepage. Let me see.
Who's that against?
It was against the Clippers.
Yeah. Clippers lost 2 in a row at least.
Back
to back.
Mm-hmm. That was on the off of back-to-back.
Mm-hmm.
Did it just disappear?
The teams aren't doing good on them back-to-backs. Start to see.
I don't know. This picture of him is funny because he's like this.
Not used to doing that.
Not at all. It's crazy. He added the 3 to his game. That's actually wild. But like I said, the Pelicans are playing good. They got some good ass wins too. They beat y'all. They beat the Jazz. Then they spanked the Clippers. And then in Utah, Devontae Graham had a game winner 3. That shit was wild. Willie Green got them boys playing good, man. You know what I'm saying? We root for the black coaches over here. You know what I'm saying? They got them going. And speaking of black coaches, my Cavaliers, you know, they hooping again. They blew the Mavericks out. They got that boy Evan Mobley back. Darius Garland is hooping at a level unseen so far by him. Jared Allen is still dominant. They're making it work. And another one of my teams, you know what I'm saying, my T-Wolves is out there hooping too.
Boys is out there, D-Lo hooping.
D-Lo hooping. Anthony Edwards had a stretch in that game in the third quarter that was wild. Like, at the end of the third quarter, he got like 2 steals in a row. He had 2 steals in a row. He got one, got on a break. Got another steal on another possession. Give it up. Torian Prince, throw me the lob. Hey. And on the last possession, all right, let me chill. Boom, boom, boom. Walk you down, pull up, tray ball to end the quarter.
Boy, Cat playing too. He just got stay.
He had 32.
Bro, he done fouled out like 2 games in a row.
Did you see that the Sixers game when they played the Sixers?
Was that when Embiid shot that bullshit at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Did you see like the overtimes at least? Like how much did it? Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, that's all I seen. The fourth quarter and overtime.
And that's like one of the things I wanted to like highlight in the video because it's like in times past, bro, they would have lost that game by 10 in overtime. But it's like, it was like, okay, call's not going our way. Cat fouled out. Yeah, Cat fouled out. Jaden McDaniels fouled out. Nas Reed had like 4 fouls in the first overtime or the second overtime. He's like, all right, fuck it, we gonna have to play, bro. And they came up with a defensive stop at the end of the game. D'Lo read the pick and roll well, stole that bitch, and got it up to Torian Prince for a layup. They got to stop on Embiid. I think Anthony Edwards like tipped the ball when Embiid was coming up to release it. That's why it looked so fucked up. They won. And same thing last night against the Pacers. It came down to it. Get a stop and win the game. Josh Okogie. You know?
Nah, them numbers. Didn't Sabonis and Cat have some crazy numbers last night?
Mm-hmm. Sabonis be getting pushed around a lot. He be getting punished. Like, not even like... And the refs don't be helping him. They don't be helping him out at all. He be getting mauled.
That nigga out, though.
He be getting mauled, bro. Let me see their numbers. I know Cat had 32. Let's look at Sabonis. Sabonis... I have to scroll over this way. Sabonis had 17, 25, and 10. Good God.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. He had 16 points. 16 points, 25 boards, 10 assists.
They can try to push him around and stuff, but...
Malcolm Brogdon had 25. Justin Holiday had 15. Chris Duarte had 14. Yeah, man. Nas Reed's been playing well for the Timberwolves too, my boy Big Jelly.
What he from Jersey?
Mm-hmm. He was on the same AAU team as JQ and I want to say Lewis King.
Yeah.
But yeah. You got anything else you want to talk about in regards to the NBA or anything like that? Does I drop something on the floor?
You seen the boy LaMelo versus Lonzo last night?
I got something coming for LaMelo.
Got some heat, huh?
He's captaining the best offense in the NBA. And they're playing it they're playing the Chino Hills kind of style at times. You know? If y'all was around at that time and watching them play, football passes all damn day long. It's been a lot of those.
I don't want to play them in the playoffs.
You don't want to play them in general because they run so much. And then they got like 4 different dudes who can have 20 points at any time. Like when they played the Timberwolves, when they played the Timberwolves, Kelly Oubre had like 30. He had like 9 threes. When y'all played him, Terry Rozier had like 30. Nobody could stay in front of him. Nobody could stay in front of Melo. It was just like easy.
Either and they both were snapped.
Bro. And Miles Bridges only had like 4 points. It is just like the Terry Rozier and LaMelo Ball show.
Yeah.
That move he had that move that Terry Rozier had, that fake sham god. Oh my God. That boom, pull up. Oh my God. Quickly. Tonight's games. The Suns, who won like 16 games in a row, and the Warriors, who are the best team in the NBA. 18-2 for the Warriors, 17-3 for the Suns. In Phoenix, right? Who you got?
Tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
With the Warriors.
Okay.
No reason to go against the Warriors, right?
I'm going with the Suns.
2 hottest teams in the league.
I'm going with the Suns. The Suns, the way they've been playing defense, so oh my God. Yeah. I'm going with the Suns.
They got the guys to guard them niggas for sure.
And one more game I'm gonna have us pick. The Knicks and the Nets play at 7:30. This is the first game on TNT before the Warriors and the Suns.
Knicks and the Nets?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna see the Nets tonight.
Who you got?
I don't know. Where is this, in Brooklyn?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I guess I can go with Kevin Durant.
I'm gonna go with... This is a tough one.
Yeah, it's tough. Knicks got a better team, really. They just don't got Kevin Durant or James Harden.
I'm going to go with the Nets, too.
Yeah.
Hopefully James Harden can get his shit together. And there's a few more games, but I don't know if you want... Memphis plays Toronto. No John Moran, no OG.
Got Toronto.
Detroit goes to Portland and plays them.
It'll be an interesting game.
Mm-hmm. And then the Lakers play Sacramento.
Every Lakers game is entertaining.
Yeah.
And they just lose to them, right? That was a triple overtime game.
Mm-hmm.
So, gonna be some fights.
It definitely is. damn, I don't know. I'm worried for LeBron too. I ain't gonna hold you.
As far as what?
He got to do damn near everything. Like there was a point in the Pistons game, right? The third quarter started. They went on a 14-0 run. He goes sit down. All right, let me rest for a minute. God damn it. They make it like a 6-point game. It's like, fuck. I've been sitting here for 2 minutes. Now I got to get back up and come back in the game. So I don't know. He's the greatest player that I've ever had the proudness. I said the proudness, the ability to watch. So I'm not going to doubt him, but it's like at 38, that's a lot to put on that man's plate. You know?
Yeah.
But
definitely is.
You never know.
You're definitely right about that. He has a lot on his plate, and I don't know if this is gonna get him a ring.
I don't think so.
The
West looking stiff.
I mean, you got the LeBron fans in the building. They don't like to hear it out.
I'm not saying I don't care.
37. Hey, it is what it is, though. He gotta.
That West looking tough.
Carry niggas. Westbrook been turning up.
No, I'm saying Westbrook has been hooping. I'll give him that. Westbrook has been hooping. But
they still only winning.
By
like
every
5
game. 5 and 6, yeah. They're not doing what they need to do to some of the bad teams. They're not playing like the top of the top yet. Like, they played the Warriors the first game of the season. They haven't seen them since. They played the Suns once. They haven't seen them since. And these are games that they lost.
Christmas. I hope they don't get blown out on Christmas, though, because
they're going to have a stretch where they play like bad teams. I can look and see who they're playing for the next few games.
Like that's what they in right now. I feel like they ain't played nobody in weeks, like you said.
Let me see. God damn it. I don't want to see. Yes, I know they came back and they damn near won. God damn it. Teams. Los Angeles Lakers. They took me to the Lakers website. So, tonight they play the Kings. Then they play again on the 3rd. They play the Clippers. Then the Celtics and Grizzlies. And then they have a stretch where they play the Thunder and the Magic. Then the Mavs. And then it goes back and forth between good and bad. Like, one night they'll play the Magic, then they play the Mavericks. Then they play the Timberwolves, the Bulls. This is a stretch. Mavericks, Timberwolves, Bulls, Suns. Then they get the Spurs. Then they get the Nets on Christmas. Then after that, they play the Rockets, the Grizzlies, the Blazers, Timberwolves, Kings. Then they play the Hawks. Then the Grizzlies. It just goes on and on, back and forth, back and forth. So
Kings and them Clippers coming up, we're going to be tuned in for those.
Yes, sir. So, without further ado, we're going to end the episode. If you made it this far, leave a like. Go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me what you think at any point in the episode. If you want to challenge us to our opinion, you're more than welcome to. But other than that, man, another episode of the Cozy Corner is down. And until next time, we out.